type of dude you don't wanna fuck with. I'm the type of dude enough is enough, bitch. I'm the type of dude who never gets complacent. I'm the type of dude who knows he's gonna make it, I'll make it.
Boy everyone, Marches here. Welcome to the channel. And I've just finished playing again with the Jordan 35s. So here it is. I have the center of gravity colorway, and this isn't actually an update. I did an initial review of the Jordan 35 earlier. If you've watched my video before, I had some concerns more on the flight wire of the sneaker, but we'll go into that. We'll start off first with the upper of the Jordan 35. Like I've said, Jordan 35's upper is a big upgrade from the 34s. I like the uppers of the 35 better, but some doesn't agree or don't agree with me with that because they like it to be minimal, more minimal, like the 34s, which has thinner upper, thinner layers, more fusing, thus making the sneaker lighter. But in my opinion and experience, even though they added this nice leather on the front, it's still, the weight is not that bad. It's still good and it's not heavy at all. And what I like about this leather on the forefoot area is it doesn't just give you support, but it is also very comfortable, especially when you're doing lateral cuts. That's what I've noticed from the 34s, because when you're doing lateral cuts, you're hitting the TPU plate on the lateral part of the forefoot of the 34s, which sometimes is kind of annoying. You kind of watch your big lateral movements because you don't want to hit that plate that much or that strong. So that's what is nice about the 35 is they change it up into this suede material, which is very, very nice when you're doing lateral cuts. It's really containing your foot laterally, keeping you on the footbed. At the same time, very comfortable. It also has it on the medial part of the sneaker, which is also very comfortable. And as for the forefoot area, there's a fusing on the top, which is very soft too. So the main difference between the 34s and the 35 is the comfort level that you will feel for the upper. And as for the weight, there's a slight difference in the weight. This is slightly heavier compared to the 34s, but nothing too drastic. I would sacrifice that little weight for the comfort that you will feel when you're playing, giving your mind off the sneaker and just concentrate on playing the game, which is very, very nice. And another thing that I like about the 35s is the lacing system. They change it up from the 34s. This has the flight wire internally, so when you're pulling it, the flight wire really hugs your foot like that, like a glove. 34s has the lacing just on top, so the material just closes and not the entire part of the medial lateral part from the bottom, and not really hugging your foot that much. The concern that I had with the 35s is I had some blisters around the medial part of the two sneakers from my right and left. Similar blisters, mid-foot medial part, that's where I experienced it. And the fix that I made is I change up on the insole of the sneaker. Currently using the Victory insole right now, and I tried the insole from the LeBrons and it works. So I think it's more on the break-in of the insole of the 35s. If you can, you just walk with this first to break in that insole, to soften it up around the mid-foot medial part, and you will be good to go, because the midsole of the 35s goes up really high. So when your flight wire is tightened around the midfoot, the side part of the insole, which is kind of sharp, is chafing the skin, then causing blisters around that area. But when I'm using this Victory, no problems at all around the midfoot. I really tighten up the laces really tightly and I didn't experience anything. And as for the lacing system, like I said, it's very nice and it's very easy to put your foot in. It opens up really nicely around that area and around the ankle part. This is another highlight of the 35s. It really gives you that much needed ankle support compared to the 34s, which is relatively a low cut because the material on the ankle part is not that thick. But this one, it's really beefed up. Look at that cushion around the heel. It's really very comfortable and it really hugs your ankle and heel part, and lockdown is amazing on the 35s. I think that's one of the big improvements on 35s from the 34s. And now moving on to the cushion of the sneaker, it has a big forefoot zoom like the 34s, but the difference is there's a big zoom unit too around the heel part that is kind of lacking on the 34s, which has a hex zoom unit which is coin size, and you wouldn't feel it that much. And what's nice about this, the zoom unit is exposed like I said in the initial review, and heel impact protection is very nice on the 35s. Another big update or upgrade from the 34s. So if you like extra impact protection and you're loving the 34s, you will surely love the 35s cushioning system. And the Phylon is uncaged around the heel part, thus giving the sneaker more space or more area to compress. And of course the eclipse plate is smaller in terms of length, so it gives you more flex around the midfoot. It's kind of hard to flex because I put the Victory insole, which has a full-length carbon fiber, so it's harder to flex. But if you have the regular insole, it's very easy to flex the 35s. And I really like the shape of this, very nice heel to toe transition. And now moving on to the traction of the 35s, which I think is a kind of a little bit downgrade on the 34s, because the traction of the 34s was very consistent, but the 35s on a clean court and semi-dusty court, it's okay. But on some courts that I played, I was slipping on some parts, and when I was changing into my LeBrons and KT6, I was still gripping on those sneakers. So it really depends on the floor, and the bite is not that hard, and the rubber is really soft, so outdoor use, nada. Do not even think about it. It will really trim down the rubber compound of the Jordan 35, which is also very shallow. But on a clean court and just a little dusty court, you're good to go with this. But like I've said, in a kind of moist floor and a really dusty floor, I wouldn't wear this, but really depends on the court condition that you're playing. For me, it's kind of inconsistent, which is unfortunate because the 34s has harder rubbers on the traction. Plus, it really is very consistent in almost all floors that I've played on. So as for the price point, another thing to think about, 35s, it is 9,800, so kind of expensive. This is one of the most expensive Jordan sneakers out in the market, but come to think of it, 32s is around 9,000 too. So, but this is the most expensive from Jordan 30 up. Correct me if I'm wrong. So that's it on my update on the Jordan 35s. So far, so good. What's the strongest point of the sneaker is, of course, the forefoot zoom unit and the heel zoom unit. You're close to the ground. It's very low profile, very nice court feel, plus very nice bounce in the forefoot and very nice impact protection for a very low profile sneaker to play on. And of course, the upper is very comfortable too, and it looks dope in my opinion, especially the other colorways. I like the Bayou colorway from Zion. I think he'll be wearing it next season, hopefully before his signature sneaker release. You have the Jordan 35. Do you agree with me? Have you played with them? Have you experienced that chafing around the midfoot? Let me know in the comments down below. So this has been Marches once again, and don't forget guys, there's still an ongoing giveaway. I'll be putting the details in the description down below. Hopefully join and good luck. So this has been Marches once again. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys. Catch you in the next one. Cheers.